The brother of our Lord, Jacob, sometimes we call him James, says, if you want to be an enemy of God, then go and be friends with the world. One way to be friends with the world right now is to awaken love before it's time. Engaging in the privileges of marriage when you're not married, being in romantic relationships when you are not ready or willing to get married. For adults and teenagers, that means dating without the intent of getting married. And even for you children, you are not adults. Enjoy being children and don't be friends with the world. Don't imitate the world. The world is sick and perverted and obsessed with death and distortion. The world is filled with fools and they only practice folly. The world is telling you to awaken love before it's time. But you need to resist this. If you become friends with the world and their worldly ways, you will make yourself an enemy of God. Instead, be friends with God. And how can you do this? How can you be friends with God? King Solomon's wife tells us, the woman from Jerusalem, the Shulamite woman. The wife of the king says to the daughters of Jerusalem, I charge you, O daughters of Jerusalem, do not stir up nor awaken love until it pleases. Psalm 8:4. And she repeats this charge 3 times, a total of 3 times in the Song of Solomon, in Solomon's love song. We might say that this is the chorus of the song. Do not awaken love before it's time. Do not stir it up. Do not arouse love until it pleases. For love is as strong as death, jealousy as cruel as the grave. Its flames are flames of fire, a most vehement flame. Many waters cannot quench love, nor can the floods drown it. Love is strong. Love is intoxicating. Love is a glimpse into heaven. God created love. It's a gift. But what does our Shulamite mother tell the daughters of Jerusalem? Do not awaken it until it pleases. Do not awaken love until the time is fitting. Do not awaken this love, which is as powerful as death, until you are ready for marriage. Do not stir up this vehement flame until you have made a covenant with a godly spouse and are ready and willing to spend the rest of your life in sacrificial service to each other. This is wisdom. Love like this is only for marriage. Everything else is the practice of fools and friendship with the world. Everything else is a cheap, filthy, generic knockoff which will only leave you empty, hurting, wounded, unclean, and alone. You disrespect your future spouse by awakening love before it pleases, and you sin against God by awakening love before it pleases. So do not awaken love until it pleases. Be wise, keep it until you are ready. This reminds us of our need to confess.